Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. This is part 2 from part 1 that I just had of things that I would like to see in the year 2021 from the cryptocurrency space. There are a lot of things always talked about and proposed within the crypto sphere, and not a lot of them actually end up taking place. So as it stands right now, these are the things I would actually like to come to fruition during 2021 because a lot of them have been spoken about for a very long time. The first one is Binance's coin burn. For those of you who do not know, Binance has a coin called Binance Coin. And when they first created it, it had 200 million coins. And the idea has been that over the years, they would start to burn these coins until they only had 100 million Binance Coin. Very recently, it's really funny as well because every single article always says the exact same thing no matter what month it actually is in. The most expensive burn to date, yada yada. They're getting very close or closer than they've ever been to the actual 100 million Binance Coin figure. I want to see what actually happens when we only have 100 million Binance Coin because it is a utility token. It is used utilizly. It's used on the platform as a utility. You can have it for discounts, and they have it on all their other platforms as well. It's kind of the same general thing. But for the last year or two, a lot of people have speculation within the cryptocurrency space, that Binance could potentially become the Tesla or the Apple or the Amazon of the cryptocurrency world because they are the largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume and this and that and all this other stuff. So if people are normally buying up stocks for larger companies, and Binance Coin would be the stock for Binance. Therefore, the idea was that in the future, the coin could perform very well. I feel like we are on the cusp of seeing exactly how big that is going to be because Binance has well positioned themselves to be one of the largest players in the cryptocurrency space. Now, just a matter of seeing if their coin will also perform as well as everyone has been expecting. So I'm expecting big things for Binance in general, but I want to see exactly what happens when they only have 100 million left and they've literally just burned half of the coin supply. I mentioned EOS in the last video as well, and it's mainly because the team from EOS has mentioned many times before that they were going to be doing multiple different amazing, wonderful things. One of the things that we heard about, I believe it was 2019. I don't think it was 2018. Doesn't matter. It's been over a year. The proposal was, or the idea was, that the people from EOS were going to be working with team members from Blizzard. I forgot the exact rundown on it. To create something called Mythical Games, or to be with Mythical. It doesn't really matter. The point is, many cryptocurrency platforms, blockchains, associations have announced over the last year and a half that they plan on getting into the video game space. And EOS is one of them, Ripple's one of them, Tron is one of them, one of them. So I want to see this going. I want to see this finally getting off the ground. When EOS was first released, it was supposed to be an Ethereum rival, something that's going to overshadow, take over Ethereum. They most certainly have the transactions per second. It's just a matter of actually implementing these things now on their platform. I think about 7 different things were proposed for EOS. It was voice, it was the games, it was all these other things. I would like to see these take shape. I would like to see EOS succeed. It may not be my most favorite coin in the world anymore. Yes, I still do have my EOS. I have not sold off any of my coins. It's just more of a, you have to, this sounds cheesy. I was going to say you got to bring it, but you understand what I'm saying. It's this kind of like, if you say you can do it, just do it. Because if EOS is truly in a position where it's able to have tons of games on top of it, because we know Ethereum is incapable of having multiple things running on top of it at once because it ends up getting really slow. Anyway, it will be nice to see that. Some type of development, some type of like release of something. Because I think the only things we've had so far on multiple platforms have been like card collecting things, photo collecting things. There was like another like card game. Sure. We need more, mainstream games to kind of get the mainstream adoption. I would love in 2021 if Coinbase would stop adding terrible coins to their platform. I know I'm not the only one. I would love if they just stopped adding coins in general, unless something else really comes out and it's really going to take the cryptocurrency world by storm and it's really going to be used by everyone. Please stop adding coins. The only coins that keep getting added to Coinbase are either absolute nonsense or things that I've speculated that they had invested in some sort of way. They keep adding so many new things that don't really have like new cipher, curve, Ren, Wrapped Bitcoin, and Tron Bitcoin. I kind of get that. And the thing I said before, the 90s rapper, DeFi Money. Same thing over here. Balancer, Ren, Wonderful, Avalanche, Cello, Chia has been added to Coinbase. Coda, Definity, Filecoin, Handshake. Coinbase has a coin on their platform called Handshake. Cadena, Mobile Coin, Near, okay, wonderful. Nervos, Oasis, Orchid, Polkadot, which also I think we're going to have a discussion about in a couple of months to everyone. I tip my hat to every single person who screamed at me and told me that Polkadot was going to be the biggest blockchain in the world. Solana, Space Mesh, and Telegram. Still, Mobile Coin and Handshake really stand out for me. So I would love if next year Coinbase just never added any more coins onto their platform. And I would even love some delistings. I would love if they got rid of all the nonsense that they have on their websites, because I think they're probably in a situation right now where they're trying to remain relevant, especially standing next to Binance. And I don't think it's going the same exact way that they would like it to go. But alas, I'm not going to even spend any more time on that. I would love if next year Coinbase just stopped adding terrible coins into their platform. I would love if we got more news about this. For those of you who don't know, IOTA last year partnered with Jaguar Land Rover. And apparently the idea was, it says right here, we'll pay drivers cryptocurrency for their data. It was more so, as you are driving, as you are on the road, you would continuously feed your car's data to a system somewhere so that they could know that if it's raining, if it's snowing, if there's traffic in a certain area, if this is happening, how many people in the car, how quick it's going, like as many metrics as you could possibly think about would be fed into the system. This is how we get smart self-driving cars to be able to self-drive. You give them thousands of years worth of information all at once. And you do this by having 38 million cars on the road at the exact, I know it's a lot more than that, at the exact same time. If they all are feeding information, then therefore the AI only gets a lot better. We've heard not a peep about IOTA and any of their partnerships. This is not the only partnership that they talked about that they had last year. It just kind of fizzled and disappeared. I've shown you many times when we look at prices that IOTA's 24-hour volume is like $2 million, which is absolutely nothing. I don't know if the project is still going. I don't know if people are still working on it. We just haven't had any news about it. But this was also another coin that people told me was going to take over Ripple. And we see how that went to be, how that came to be. What happened with that? Anyway, the point is, it would be kind of cool. Like imagine, I think any cryptocurrency that would be partnered with Jaguar Land Rover is kind of completely insane. But we just need more news about it. We need more news about the actual implementation. Like even if it's going to happen, it's kind of weird there's so many different cryptocurrency projects, especially this year. I'm not sure if it's because of 19. I'm not really sure what it is, but they just aren't releasing news anymore. And I predict a lot of them have maybe just kind of stepped back in an effort to be like, yeah, no one's paying attention. Let me kind of shimmy backwards. Would be kind of cool. I would love, in 2021, I would love more omisego news. That'd be kind of cool. I would love some omisego Plasma news. Plasma is meant to be an upgrade on the Ethereum network that will allow it to scale to millions of transactions per second. Years ago, The Omisego team was incredibly tight with Ethereum. They had Ask Me Anythings, and they were sitting on the floor playing chess and really awkward videos together. But we don't hear anything anymore. The only news that we had this year was that Omisego had rebranded to OMG, which isn't really a rebrand because the letters were already OMG, and now it's OMG Network. I'm still going to call it Omisego because it just sounds better. But I said in the other video, I would love actual implementations of this technology so that we can actually get to Ethereum being able to handle all these transactions, being the world computer. And Omisego was very tight with them before. I can only assume that the partnership, if you will, is still there. It's just when you don't get news for about a good year about it, it's like, well, is it still going to be taking place? I would love more Omisego news. The Omisego team told us in 2018 to actually not expect a lot of news. They basically said, we are going to do what we need to do in the background, and you get news when you get news. That's basically how they said it, but still seems like, they could drop a message like every month or something like that. But anyway, that's the Omisego part, and move on. I would love nothing more, and if I had a Christmas time before New Year's wish, it would be that people simply stop using or talking about or screaming at other people about or discussing about Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's vision. These coins are garbage. You know that they're garbage. Don't argue with me that they're not garbage. If over the course of this entire year, if we had heard one company come forward and say that they were collecting or absorbing or accumulating Bcash, that would have made a difference. If we heard about half of a company, if you heard somebody sitting on the street mention that they were going to be buying Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's vision, that would have had probably even an impact as well on its price or its actual usage. No one's using these coins. No one's going to be using these coins. The only people who still have Bcash are the people who had Bitcoin back in 2014 and before, and they received them during the fork, and they're simply holding on to them to be like, if Bitcoin goes up, Bcash can also go up as well. We had news many moons ago. It says 98% of Bitcoin Satoshi's vision activity comes from a dumb weather app. When we had that news, I was like, finally, people can finally stop talking about and using and thinking about that coin because it's clearly garbage. Nope. People continue to buy into it. And I think the biggest, it's not an I told you so. It's going to be a you should have been paying attention before so, is that Bitcoin keeps rising rapidly in price. And the other forks of Bitcoin are never going to reach where Bitcoin is, ever. I would love if, as a cryptocurrency space, we could officially get past the entire XRP security discussion, because who actually cares except for like 15 people who keep screaming at each other on Twitter? If we could get all the worst coins to completely disappear, and that includes sushi, unicorn, hamburger, hot dog, these are real coins, sweet potato, it was called yam, excuse me, and about 6,000 other coins, that they would all just disappear as well. We also had news about this also last year, and I keep stupidly assuming that people are going to be like, oh gosh, he's so right. We had news. It says a single Bcash address is responsible for nearly 50% of the network's transactions in the past month. One single wallet was sending, I think it was about, what was it? Does it say it somewhere around here? Like it was like 2 cents or something like that. Repeatedly back and forth between the addresses. Over and over and over. Because people were talking about, wow, Bcash has a lot of transactions going through it. So, there will be a moment where you are going to have to decide if you want to keep your money in a coin that's not going to make it, or if you simply want to move it into Bitcoin. I repeat, not one company this year, not a single one, announced that they were accumulating Bcash nor did any of them say Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's vision. Not one. You realize, over the last 9 weeks, how many times have we had a company say, or a bank, or an institution, or a family office, that they were getting into Bitcoin, number one coin, buying Bitcoin, number one coin, or, how is anyone still, why is anyone still even thinking of touching these coins when there was a company who bought $500 million worth of Bitcoin in a day? And then even more so, they bought 425 million, and then another company bought 650 million 4 weeks later. Anyway, here's the actual tweet for that 50% of Bcash transactions. I think people just like losing money. I'm not really sure what it is, but I think it's just this really, is it like you're trying to like stick to your convictions and be like, no, my coin's definitely going to make it? You really can't tell at this point that it's garbage? I don't know what it is. I really can't figure it out. Anyway, yeah, I have a lot of hopes for next year. I think next year is actually going to be a bit insane in every possible way. But I think crypto is going to perform very well. However, it looks like one coin is going to outrank them all continuously. It's just a matter of if you want to be along for the ride. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.